little more of a turn off, but want to stay around because the amount of hours they put in, it's incredible. But what I'm getting at is that the group is just incredible. You know, we have a lot of strong leadership in that group. The top 5, 6 guys, 7 guys, and again, I'm really excited for this group. I think there really is no ceiling on this group, and it'll be really hard. You know, I know we own it as the top 5 or 6 guys always play a lot, but to pick the first 3 or 4 to go try up at game 1, it'll be a really hard decision with how deep and well coached the group is.
Johnny Dixon in particular, what have you seen about him being around him? I mean, he's finally pushed through that pain threshold and is able to play.
I think Johnny, I don't see any limitations. You know, I don't see, a lot of times when you come in, you just kind of trying to identify things to work on. And he's fast, he catches the ball really well, he's very smart, he wants to be great. I mean, he's got so many great characteristics. So it's just a great opportunity for him, and he's capitalizing.
Is there such thing as a guy being fresh too? You know what I mean, Brian?
I think in a program like this, you're never really ever fresh.
Yeah.
But
I mean, fresh from having not played a lot. You
know? They work really hard. He works really hard, and I hope. I think it looks like the way it's looking. I hope it turns out the way it's looking.
You've been through many NFL training camps and college camps. What's the, hard knocks, etc. What's a tougher camp to go through? A college preseason camp or a pro preseason camp?
Well, I think that's pretty general. I think, you know, just like the NFL, every team is its own company. In college, it's not too far off as well. So to generalize them, it's pretty tough. I've seen my hard ones in the NFL, and Urban and his staff, it's a pretty tight ship here as well, and it's awesome. I mean, I catch myself at times wishing I was put through the trials and tribulations of these camps and this coaching staff, just to see what I could have became out of here. I mean, that's just credit to them, Nick Marotti and his staff and everybody. It's a pretty special thing.
How different is it from your camp? You just mentioned that.
Which camp?
Your Ohio State camp as a player.
It's a little different because we had 2 days, you know. So now this is the first year not having 2 days. But I can always imagine. I mean, I think it's a little tough because you're in it. But I would say maybe camp is probably pretty similar. But the amount of the attention to detail and the work that is put in the off season and throughout the season, which I'm looking forward to seeing, is probably a little different. I think it's a little more intense in the off season than what it was when I was around. But again, it's to each their own.
You feel like you're getting a chance to look behind the curtain and see what makes Urban Meyer
special? I do, and as a football junkie, it's a huge opportunity, a huge blessing, and I can't be grateful enough. So that's really my approach, and it's been awesome. I'm learning the amount I've learned in the last 3 months have been very beneficial.
I know you don't give away secrets, but what is a couple things you've definitely picked up on that makes him and his approach special?
You know, again, I think every coach has their own niche and their own things they do well, but you know, Coach Meyer, his ability to establish culture and hold to that culture and not waver, although very generalized, like I just said, that is something that's been so very special, and I never realized how much it played until being here. I mean, it's just, it's hard to kind of put in words. You kind of have to be in it. You know, you have to be behind the curtain to understand. But his ability to create culture and just do what he does has been a special thing to see.
Brian, you describe yourself as a football junkie. Did you always envision coaching? Did you want to get into it?
I always told I was going to be a good coach, and I always said I would never coach because it would take too much time. But I'm just hooked on it. I mean, it's good. And how impressionable the young men are, and how much they want to learn and ask questions. And you know, they give you their all, so I try to give them their all. And I can just see how, you know, line and sinkers in my mouth and I'm getting dragged in. It's a good thing.
Now that you're dragged in, where do you see this going? Where do you want it to go?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to, you know, put the stable or put the chariot, the cart before the horse or whatnot. But you know, be a head coach one day or whatever else. But first, I'd love to be a position coach, and we'll go from there. You know, so.
Brian, the NFL is such a grind, and your career kind of came to an end, and you were in what you thought was a good situation with Cleveland. Just, do you harbor any thought of ever trying to get back there, or have you completely closed the book on that?
For me,
how hard was it?
It wasn't hard. It was a choice. For me, it was, I left Cleveland, and I said to myself, I said I'd only play if I still loved it, and I'd only want to play for someone that's potentially a contender, and if it's not those, I'm not doing it. And so I stepped away for coming out of camp last year. The opportunities that I was looking for did not arise. Teams I wanted to play for were not the options, so took my step away, hoping the passion would come back. It did not, and now I'm here, and I love it. So I didn't think I would get back into coaching super quickly. I thought I'd take more than 1 year, one fall off. But again, Coach presented the opportunity, and that's something you just can't shrug at. So it's been awesome.
You had some very good years with the Dolphins. I mean, do you feel like you had a pro career that you can be proud of and move on?
Yeah, I mean, anyone that ever plays in the NFL, you'd be proud of. I mean, I think that's kind of a silly question.
What do you do in front of
all offense. I mean, I'm quality control, so anything they need from an offensive side of the ball. But every time we meet, I'm sitting with the receivers.
Yes, ma'am.